Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason. Ladies and gentlemen, it goes down once again. Hey, Phil, can you turn my mic up? Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. Yeah, there we go. It goes down once again. We got a full house in the building. Chat room goons. Y'all not goons. Guess who in studio today with us?
In the house.
After all the shit talking that's been going on as a caller, don't tell me Dana. Dana from Dina is in the house.
Oh, shoot.
Yes,
Dana
I am.
From Dina is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down.
Dana.
I got an amazing topic. Shit's about to be crazy. Right? Shit's about to be nuts. You already know what I do before I get to my topic. Look, you're listening to the voice of reason on Dash Talk X. I'm Zoe Williams, a.k.a. the VOR. We got an incredible topic today. Tone Talks is in the building. Really quickly, Tone.
What up?
Man, what are you doing on your show today?
You know, I'm gonna continue from this show. We're gonna talk that black marriage and whether black love can hold a marriage up without black wealth.
Is that your part? That's your part 2, right?
Yeah, we did part 1 last week. We did part 1. Let me and you, Zoe, came on my show. He gonna be on my show. This is a 3-hour block. So if you married out there, just tune in.
This is about to be crazy right now.
Yeah, because there's gonna be some feelings hurt and there's gonna be some fighting, but we gonna love each other at the end. Let's do it.
That's what you do, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Tone Talks in the building. Dana from Dina.
That's right.
In the building. Peaches.
Woohoo.
A.K.A. Donnie Keith, her real name.
Hi, y'all.
And then, of course, there is our version of Farrah Fawcett. Mimi Dukes.
What's up, y'all?
Doing the thing.
We in here.
Luxurious.
Luxurious.
Luxurious. Dark and lovely.
Oh, man. Hey, it's about to go down in the town. As is commonplace, a couple of things I want you guys to do. Please go to IamZoeWilliams.com and pre-order your copy of The Holographic Relationship. Somebody was like, Zoe, how do you explain the holographic relationship? I said, it is the think and grow rich of relationships. It is the matrix of relationships. It's another level. That's all I can tell you. New ideas, new concepts. We need new relationship concepts. And this book contains them. The Holographic Relationship. Go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com, click shop, then books, and then hit the pre-order. Anybody who pre-orders today, I will shout ya out. Let me say what's up to the chat room. Dash Radio listeners, you know who the chat room is? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But on this show, we broadcast live to my YouTube channel, where the chat room is generated and we get a lot of response from the chat room. So every now and again, you might hear me say Jeff Johnson or Big Rail Hamilton or Marcus Modley or Pretty Brown Kim, Theo Washington, Al B from the chat room said, and then you'll understand what we're talking about. Shit's about to be cold-blooded today. I don't know if you're ready. If you're married and you're listening to this show, get to your phone lines right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. If you're married, get to the phone lines right now. 323-230-4610. Now, I got a couple of things to cover. I told you guys we were really close to a record for Total Package Energy.
Oh, that's good.
I'm trying to get us to that record. Total Package Energy, the number one energy shot in the game. Might not be number one in numbers, but it's number one in effectiveness. I've had two today.
We can tell.
I've had two of them today, and they've been fantastic.
Yes.
They are sustaining me through the doldrums of the day. Total Package Energy. Go to totalpackageenergy.com and tell them Zoe Williams sent you. Let's listen. This is my goal for them today. Let's get 50 cases. It's well over 50 people in there right now.
Yep. So they need to
let's get 50 cases of Total Package Energy. It's possible. Go to totalpackageenergy.com. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you. Also, I want to promote this book, From Hell to Fire. You guys should get it, man. It's a good book. And on Kindle, what is it? Only what?
$4.99.
$4.99? Yeah, I like it. From Hell to Fire. Watch it pop up. I left my book in the car. Normally, I bring it in here. From Hell to Fire, Book 1, Sex and Politics. Allison Brooks. $4.99 still on Kindle. It's fiction, but it ain't fiction. Somebody said it's actually good. I told you it was good. I told you it was good. And finally got somebody to say, I can't use Total Package Energy. I may have heart issues. I don't want to risk it. Well, then take the motherfucking take the picture of the athlete off your fucking avatar.
She said that she had Magic Mountain right now.
Right. Upside down on a roller coaster.
Nah, this dude named Dirk Pop was like, I can't use Total Package Energy. I may have heart issues, but he got a picture of him as an athlete.
And his name is Dirk Pop.
I'm just saying. I hate when people respond negatively on purpose.
Right.
Just don't buy it.
Exactly.
How about it ain't for you then?
Okay.
With your little janky heart. Hey, guess what?
You know what?
You can't let nobody with no janky heart.
Right. And guess what?
You know what?
With a janky heart, neither is relationships. You can't get in. You can't have a relationship either.
We better watch putting it down because you be like,
no more humping around for you neither because you got a bad heart. Just sit your ass on the couch and have some yogurt for. No, I'm gonna stop.
Right.
I'll quit.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Stop making fun of people with weak hearts.
yeah, we're not going to.
I'm sorry. Have your heart do some push-ups.
Dana
Forgive
here.
me.
Stop acting.
Dana is in the building. Dana from Dina is in the building.
Whoa, whoa. In the house.
In the house.
Man.
Hey, guys.
This shit about to be crazy. Are y'all ready for the topic tonight?
Mm-hmm.
We got a great topic. I love serving the... You know when you serve people and they don't reciprocate, what do you call those people?
Users.
Oh, yes. I love to serve the users.
Right.
The ingrates.
Right.
That's fine.
Peaches reached in that big bag and pulled out a Tic Tac.
Hey, I have a lot more of this.
Jesus, Hermione?
Hilarious.
Okay, see, you told me be good.
All right, Peaches, I believe you.
Dana, everybody in the chat room. And guess who else supposed to be coming in today?
Who?
I ain't gonna say until they get here.
There's no more seats, so
That's all right. We'll find
There's no
some
more seats, though.
we're gonna find one for that one.
We're gonna get some seats.
Tone seat is interchangeable.
Oh,
Here we go.
shit. Here we gonna start early. All right, here we go. Are y'all ready for today's topic? All right. Here we go. No, thank you, baby. Today's topic. Don't say you do if you don't.
Okay.
The relationship gray area. A deeper look at the behaviors of the single married person. Are you acting single while married? Ah, shit. You still flirting? And you've been married for 36 months?
Right.
Ah, hell.
36 months.
Relationship status still single on Facebook.
Yo, it's complicated on Facebook. Ah, hell. You selectively take your ring off? This is an event I should not wear my ring.
Because it's the GS.
You know what?
Yes.
I'm just asking. Don't say you do if you don't. The relationship gray area. A deeper look at the behaviors of the single married person. Somebody said ain't nothing wrong with that. Are you acting single? I got questions. Let me rattle off these questions. Are you flirting with someone other than your spouse? Are you talking to other people as if you're still single? The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Are you acting single on social media? 323-230-4610. Acting single on social media. Are there any pictures of you and your wife together on social? I want to know. 323-230-4610. True or false? Flirting is never harmless, especially when you're married. That leads me to another question. Can you flirt if you're not married, but you're in a relationship? You're in a committed relationship that is quote unquote labeled as dating. Can you still flirt? Is flirting still on the table? I want to know. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I know there's motherfuckers out there doing it right now. They believe in it. They need to be able to fuck with other people in order to make their marriage work. I ain't right, but I ain't wrong either. Questions for single married women. Do you resent your husband? because you do the vast majority of child work, childcare, and housework, and you never get a break. So it's almost as if you're a single mom while being married. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I need to know. Do you need to prove to yourself that you still got it? Yeah, out here. Oh my God. Out here fucking flirting. All right, we got enough questions. I have so many questions. I want to add. I want to read them all. Are you seeking attention from someone other than your spouse? Is your spouse giving you enough attention? And if not, is this a justification for single fuckery?
Oh, boy. What the hell is single fuckery?
You know what single fuckery is? It's a justification for fucking around.
Right.
I need to know. Don't say you do if you don't. The relationship gray area, a deeper look at the behaviors of the single married person. Are you acting single while married? Let me throw it to the panel. I know your ass was married, so grab the microphone.
Here, take this one, Peaches.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. What would you like to know?
Tell me the truth.
Uh-huh.
Did you flirt with other motherfuckers while you were married?
Only in my head. Not publicly. No, I didn't. Because I loved my husband. I didn't flirt with other dudes. My husband had pipe. I was good. We broke up for other reasons. I'm just saying, I didn't have no reason to flirt with other dudes. But, I mean, if I saw attractive men, I would be like thinking, damn, I might look down at his penis and turn away. You know, I worked in a barber shop. What can I say? I saw dicks all day. But I didn't take none home. I didn't flirt.
You didn't flirt at all?
No, I didn't. I didn't have
Deal
to.
with that barbershop, Zoe.
I know. No, I'm going to let you do it. Tone, call her to the floor.
Calling Peaches to the front room. Customer service.
Yes.
Peaches.
Tone talks.
So, Peaches, you work at this barbershop.
Mm-hmm. For 15 years.
All these young,
virile,
strong black men.
Sweaty, strong black men.
What is the boundary that makes you a cheater? Is it taking him home, or is it looking at his penis?
Well, looking at his penis, was not right. It is cheating, but it's not cheating. Because all I did was look. Y'all got eyeballs, too. Men look at booty all day long.
Two people speeding still is speeding. I'm not saying whether somebody else cheated. I'm asking you, did you cheat?
No, I didn't cheat.
Did you even flirt? I think looking at a man's dick is flirting.
Well, then I was flirting like a motherfucker because I was looking at the dicks as they came in all day sitting in the chair. I mean, niggas come in basketball shorts, sweats. They don't have on drawers. I'm like taking the chair cloth, like, look at this dick there and go, okay, you want to fade? I got you, nigga.
Ladies, if you're a wife, is it okay to continue to dick watch? Is it disrespectful to dick watch as a wife? Do you agree or disagree with Peaches and her approach? Dick watching is that single behavior for a married woman, Peaches?
That's called human behavior. It's not single behavior. I'm a human. I got eyes. Men look at ass, titties. If you see a woman walking down the street...
Are you justifying what you did by what men do?
Yes, then.
Well,
I'll own that. Yes,
asking.
I am right now, because y'all look at booties all day. Like I said, if somebody walk in here with a sundress that's see-through right now, every head that is male gonna turn.
Well, let me flip it another way. When you were married, did you enjoy watching other men's dicks?
No, because I had a happy dick at home that loved my vagina.
So why were you watching these extra dicks?
Because they came in there looking, they dicks was loose.
Zoe, I have a caveat to Peaches.
There we go. Dana, let me set you up. Go ahead, Dana.
Okay, Peaches, I want to ask you this question. And all this dick watching you were doing.
Yes, Dana, dang.
I believe that you didn't engage more is because you didn't want to shit where you ate.
Oh.
That's interesting, but I wasn't a cheater, and I wasn't gonna cheat. I just look. I can't help it. I just look.
So, what percentage would you say that you over flirted for those tips with guys with big dick imprints?
Dana gonna get fucked up in here. No,
but all right, Peaches, if you gonna turn into peach cobbler, you better watch it.
We making pie in this bitch. No, but Dana, to answer your question, I never had to flirt for tips because I got them. I have big titties. Niggas wanted, when I did that lineup, it was a sealed deal. I was getting tips.
Listen, if you could sell dope,
Nigga, I did sell dope. What?
That's what I'm saying. If you could sell dope, I know you could flirt recklessly.
I didn't have to flirt.
You know those guys was fine, Peaches. Come on, stop.
But they are
game
fine.
recognized game. Come on now.
But they were fine. But I didn't have to flirt because I was married. That's why niggas respected me in that barbershop.
So,
why you sweating?
I got one for Peaches.
I'm about to show.
Peaches, how many laid their head on your pillowy things?
Nigga, don't start no fights. Ain't nobody laid their heads on my titties. They tried. They got that elbow in their neck. They caught a quick elbow. But y'all better move on to the next person. Leave me the fuck alone.
You the married person in here. You the one with the
experience of marriage.
Yes.
Everybody in here done shack with somebody. That shit's just like being married.
Oh, I wouldn't carry it that far. But.
Oh my
y'all done have, how many people in here lived with somebody?
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. So you have been in a situation that is very similar to marriage. The only difference is I went in front of a dude who said, "Now you married." Y'all did. That's the only difference. It was a paper.
I think it's more difference than that. Though. I think it's more than that.
That's the challenge. Do we see? Yes.
No, go ahead.
The question, we kind of look at with this single marriage thing. We done shit.
Damn, Peaches.
Peaches.
We brought out the church fan. Hold on.
Okay.
So
get ready.
You was in the hot seat.
Like she had sriracha on. Hey, this is the question. Do we view marriage through a spiritual lens? Do we view it through a deeper love? Or are we just viewing it as an extension of shacking up, as somebody would call it? And I think for a lot of us, we do view it as just like the next step of living together. Mm-hmm. And as a result, things that are from the outside really can like attack that marriage so much more easily. Where are the religious aspects of it? Do you go to church? Do you pray together? Do you read the Bible together? Where are the social aspects? What do you guys like about each other? What do you do together?
And that's a heavy question. I would say we should change the framing of marriage to let's go into business together. It should be the same as saying let's start a business. Getting married should be the same as let's start a business, because that's really what it is.
Right.
It's the family business. When we talk about love, you know how rare love is? I mean, the real shit. Like the real, for real. Right. We should just say fuck it. Let's go. Let's start a business. I want to get an ice cream truck, and you want to get.
But Zoe, I have perspective with that starting a business. If you're telling your partner you want to start a business, you don't have the money or the funds to start a business. So why would you engage? Why would you do that?
Most people, right, want to start a business that I know, especially black people, because we some aspirational.
Well, we want to make our own money. I don't know about starting a business.
No, that's a business. Mm-hmm. Most dope dealer niggas think they are business niggas.
Right.
right.
Most dope dealers, most niggas who think they hustling, think they business.
Okay.
All I'm saying is when we talk about relationships, that's one thing. Relationships is kicking it together, fucking going to the movies, chilling, Netflix and chill. But when you say marriage, a lot of black people are totally unaware.
They don't have the context.
That shit, this is a business you've just entered.
Right.
Listen, what is it, Tone? 70%
of black female marriages first time end up in divorce. It's 47% for white women.
And it's 47% for white women. Damn, it's 70% for black women. But please understand, there's a reason why
that family law court pulls in $50 billion a year. It's business. The kids is business. The assets are business. It's business, my motherfuckers.
Right.
But I would add one thing, Zoe.
Go ahead.
It's multi-generational business.
Oh, absolutely.
So we talked about this on my show. What's happened is that we kept that ring, that $6,000 on average cost ring. That's what they say the average cost of a diamond ring for a marriage is. But we let go of all of the stuff that the woman's supposed to pay for. We let go of you got to pay for that wedding. And I've been thinking about the kind of wedding I want since I was little.
Right.
We let go of dowry. We let go of all of those things. And so what ends up happening is I don't know if we understand as a result of our legacy, black men and black women, that we might not have the tools for this kind of business. How you going to potato farm with no farm?
How about it?
Come on.
But we potato farmers. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Get to your phone line, callers. You're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Boost Mobile. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Caller. I hear someone breathing. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Call us anytime. Now, Kevin, shit. I done forgot my man's name. Antonio brings up a great question and a great point. That wedding ring. See, I believe the whole thing is a farce. Right? Mm-hmm. If it's about intergenerational legacy, two businesses, two families, two legacies coming together, and your family ain't got nothing.
Less than nothing.
Would that still be considered a bad business deal?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we go back to De Beers and we look at that ring and we understand initially, when I say initially, I'm talking about looking at the 30s coming out of the Depression. Women, they attacked men's ego with the diamond. There was a time when you didn't get a diamond ring. They attacked men's ego because they knew women had, at that time, the sense of stability and financial awareness. Women didn't want no diamond ring. But eventually, they set in a whole custom that a diamond ring is the way you express stability and the way you express that you love this woman, to the point now that poor people want a diamond ring. And so what we see is you don't care where that diamond ring came from. Hold on. So everybody says that white men are great husbands and everything else. What if he got the diamond ring from his grandma? Okay, what about if I got my diamond ring that's a lot smaller from actually working hard? So what we end up with is this system where our legacy, our slavery, our Jim Crow, our redlining is all kind of like pressed down to a space that we can't see it in the form of a diamond. And it's not fleshed out in terms of us understanding who are you actually marrying? Where did they come from? And what are they about?
Oh, my goodness. True or false? Hungering for attention from someone other than your spouse is sending out a message about your marriage. What kind of message is it sending? Tone just laid down something. The fact that you don't know the information Tone is talking about, I think, increases the probability of you looking for attention somewhere else. Because once you get into that relationship, that marriage, and you find out, God damn, I don't have the resources. God damn, we can't do nothing. Being broke really fucks relationships up. And being broke helps a wandering eye. Callers, you're on the line. I need to know. Are you still acting single?
No.
Caller?
Hello?
Hell is low, goddammit. You're on the line.
I said no. You said, are you still acting single? No.
Well, it sounds like you're in a rainstorm.
I'm sorry. I had to leave the room because my son was really loud. But anyway, so no, I don't act single. Me and my husband, neither one of us actually wear rings because we just feel like it's a symbol of saying you have ownership over a particular person. So we don't wear rings. And we don't act single, but he is an individual, same way I'm an individual, but there's boundaries and respect. For example, no, I don't look at other men, but if I see someone that's attractive, I can say to him, oh, he's cute, or vice versa. He can say the same thing to me. I mean, he didn't go blind when he met me.
Okay.
So we have that kind of relationship.
Thank you.
We've been together 10 years. So.
What?
Yeah.
So for real, is that how it goes?
In my relationship, I don't know about anybody else.
Hey, your relationship sounds like two fucking adults.
But at the same time, Zoe, let's look at this thing, though, because I think this is one of the issues that I see with the way that we're approaching marriage. And I'm not saying you can't do what you do. You're doing it. Cake takes egg, flour, milk, sugar. What happens when you take the flour out? And what I'm saying is, like, what we see with our idea of, like, marriage is that we're going to make it do. And I think sometimes it comes out of just, you don't have money for it. I'm not saying y'all, but you don't have money for a diamond ring, so you don't get a diamond ring. But what happens when you take out all the pieces and all you going to have is just the pan? And I think for a lot of us, what's happening is that we don't, some of these things are there for a reason. Meaning, as an example, why does the woman pay for the marriage? Because her daddy's supposed to pay. You know why her daddy pay? So that when it get rough, you look at how much you pay for that wedding and you invest it. The family is invested. So what happens when the groom pay for the ring and the wedding? Well, she just leaves.
She out.
So I'm not saying nothing about what you do because you're doing what you do. Right. But I think in some instances, I don't think we acknowledge the challenge with allowing ourselves to say he looks fine and really deal with, well, what happens on year 8 when that husband comes back to you and you've been telling me all these years other men are fine. He just ain't been telling you, like, piece by piece, he didn't want to have that kind of relationship. That's on him. But I'm saying, like, It was never healthy. I'm just saying from the outside, you got your situation. And so, like, I think we've really come to a point where we're going to meld a lot of things together that don't necessarily go together. And that's just an outside observation.
And let me ask you this, too.
Can I say something real quick?
No, well, okay. Oh, hey, that was Tone. This is Zoe. Let me ask you this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell us the truth, okay? That's all I want from you is the absolute truth. When was the last time you flirted while you were married? Is he there?
Yeah.
You want to walk outside?
You know, no, I don't need to. Like, we literally were just having this conversation. He said he doesn't even know if he knew how to flirt, like, anymore. Like, I just don't. If I do, it's not done intentionally. I will say that. So
you do unconscious flirting. Okay.
No, I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying if I have, I can't say I have. Like, I really don't believe I have. I don't have that kind of personality anyway. I'm not friendly.
So you're antisocial and married. Okay.
I am married. I'm married to my best friend, actually. But what I'm saying is it works for us to be comfortable enough to communicate with each other about how we feel. I'm not going to deem him for saying someone is attractive. I don't think that's an issue. But in our relationship, we're just friends. Like,
well, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you another question.
That's awesome.
Let me ask you another question.
I love it.
During your marriage, have you ever caught your husband flirting?
No.
So he's never flirted? Do you know if he's flirted? Has he ever come to you?
No, you asked me, have I caught him? No.
No, I'm asking another question now. Can I ask another? Is it fine? Is it okay if I ask another?
Yes.
Do you think he's flirted on you at any point in your marriage?
I'm sure he has.
Do you mind?
No, I don't. Because
hallelujah!
Like, he really has like, his personality is just friendly by nature, like, not like overly friendly, but he has this kind spirit about him. So I'm sure he has flirted, even if he wasn't, a female could take it as he was flirting, but I don't have a problem with it. Like, it's not like he took the girl in the bathroom and fucked her. Like,
well,
okay, all right. That is.
All right. Well, yeah. You know what? You were a really good caller, and you were a good sport, and I appreciate you sharing.
Well, no problem. By the way, this is Tay from Birmingham. So.
Hey, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. Don't do it. Don't say I do if you don't. Don't say you do if you don't. the relationship gray area, a deeper look at the behaviors of single married people. People who are married or in committed relationships. Acting like they ain't. I'm guilty.
So look at your chat.
I've done it a lot.
She's simply unique. We on Zoe's chat on YouTube on the Zoe What chat, and what she simply unique says 18 years and I flirt all the time. It keeps the husband on his toes.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Before we get to her.
Yeah.
Hold on, because she out here wilding.
She disrespectful.
He can't
She
have
keeping
that.
it real.
Let me tell you something. He can't have that strap. If he had that strap, it wouldn't be no toe checking. See, when you on your toes, you're tap dancing.
Right.
I ain't finna tap dance for you. 323-230-4610. You telling me she says this man's wife flirts in order to keep her husband, she disrespectful.
On his tippy toe.
He's soft as margarine.
Yeah. But isn't that, see, and that's why I come back to one thing that the caller brought up. I respect the whole idea of your mate being your best friend. Well, what if you don't know how to have friends? What if you never learned how to mature in terms of relationships and you chose the man that accepted you for the problematic person you are?
She said she wasn't friendly.
And Mimi, respond to that, and then Dana, and then Peaches.
Well, he says so much there. I just feel like in regards to the caller, I can understand where she's coming from. Every relationship is different. Like every person is different. You know, if you're making a cake or something, that comes with requirements and ingredients. But when you deal with people, everyone is different. Some people want things one way. Some people want it the other way. That's why they got bisexual, heterosexual. You know, everyone does things their way. So I've said all that to say, I get it. I've been in a relationship where my dude was like, oh, look at that one. She's thick, thicker than a Snicker. I'd be like, oh yeah, she is thick. I mean, I'm really not tripping because I'm happy that you tell me how you feel, and I ain't got to figure this shit out. I know what's going on in your brain. So, I never felt disrespected when it was said because I'm confident in who I am. Now, if I had a low self-esteem, then I might be like, he looking at her. But I really didn't care. I was actually happy just to see that he was comfortable to share his real thoughts that he would share with his homies, with me.
Can women handle the unfiltered truth from their men?
Yes, I can.
No.
I can.
Dana, talk to us about why you think they can.
I don't think, from what you're saying, I don't believe that we can take the truth. I don't believe we can take a man being brutally honest with us.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
And so that's why they lie and they play to, I mean, it just is what it is. And we don't want a man to be brutally honest with us because he'll hurt our feelings and we'll be in that relationship less time.
So you're saying women would rather men lie to them?
Oh, of course. We all want to be lied to. We don't want the truth. America as a society doesn't want the truth.
Uh-oh. Here we go. You disagree? Then come on in here, Peaches. Why?
Totally, because I'd rather hear the honesty and not waste time in a relationship with someone who isn't invested like I am than hear a lie and hearing what I feel like or what he think I need to hear to stay down with him. I'd rather hear the truth because you're not going to waste my time because I'm damn sure not going to waste yours because life is too short. And I like to
who said life was too short?
Life is too short. You could drive. I got
You've
friends,
been here 50 years. That's a long time.
51 years, yeah. And I got friends dropping dead that's young. So, I mean, you're not guaranteed tomorrow. So, if you're not, I want to live as peacefully and happily as possible. So, if a nigga tell me the truth, good.
See, and this is what we see. It's interesting because I think that Peach's statement connects with Mimi's statement. Mm-hmm. This era of like people, not just black people, we kind of live under the pretense of like more animalistic, life is short.
Right.
That don't go with marriage though. And see, like, I think at the same time, what we see is we're taking around, like when a man get married, the best thing for him to do, real talk, is turn off some of that stuff about like, that broad is fine, this one is fine, that grimy ass shit.
Yeah, keep it to
because what ends up happening is that's testing a boundary. Then the boundary get pushed a little further, and the boundary get pushed a little further. Now, the thing that's interesting is, I think there's a difference between living with somebody or even dating somebody and being married.
Right. Oh, definitely.
And what's happening now is, for us as a race, we're treating the two the same. And so
marriage is like dating.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is you get this situation like what we heard earlier, where we basically do all the stuff that is like collegey. We a collegey relationship, but we grown. And so what happens is grown stuff comes and attacks your relationship, right. But you can't run away like it's college no more.
Right.
I like it. Callers. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, I have a friend, her and her husband, they'll watch TV. He loves Beyonce. She loves Ice Cube, Tupac. He'll go buy her tickets because he knows that's what makes her happy. So I really don't see anything wrong with it, as long as it's healthy. It's not like disrespectful, like, oh, you fat and look at this one right here. Now that's wrong. Or if you're saying this person is better than that person or disrespecting your mate. But I think if you have a friendship and your mate is your best friend, those are the relationships that stick and stay. Not when you got to hide and, oh, I better not tell him this, I better not tell him that. Well, then that's not the relationship to be in. If I got to keep my life a secret, then we not, doing it right. We need to see eye to eye so we can get that real reflection that you talk about, Zoe. If we're hiding behind something, how do we ever get the true reflection that we're supposed to get in that relationship?
Preach, prophetess, preach.
I quote, love matters revealed.
You just jumped back in?
I have a question.
I'm just saying, that's Love Matters Revealed. I heard it on your DVD, your CD.
I thought you were going to be nice today.
Okay, I'm shutting up.
I had a question.
What's your question before I get to the callers?
Sorry. Mimi,
she doesn't know how to do radio, but it's
I don't. But Mimi, you reference best friends, but what if that best friend or that married couple are calling themselves best friends, but they're still hiding stuff? The man is hiding stuff.
But then that's the problem then, because then how can you, I mean, people hide stuff all the time, but it's a better relationship if you're giving the true you, because how can you ever get that real reflection that Zoe always talks about? When you're in a relationship, you bring your baggage and you're there to reflect on one another. But if you're lying and not keeping it 100, how can there be the reflection? Just lies.
Well, let me just say this. You're going to get the reflection.
But I want the truth. I mean, if I want to know how he feels, you know what I mean? I don't want him to go tell his boys, like, I can't tell Mimi about that. She don't understand. Even if I don't like it, I want to hear it. Everybody's different. Some people want to hear lies all day. I got homegirls. She don't want to hear none of the truth because she want to hear all the lies you got to tell to make her happy, right? I'm the opposite. I don't got time to waste and play. You feel me? Like, keep it 100 so I can be 100 with you. Because once you keep lying to me, I'm gonna do me.
Uh-oh, here we go. Callers, you're on the line. Tonight's topic. Don't say you do if you don't. Are you married and still behaving like a single person? Speak on it. What's your name and where you from, caller?
What's going on? So it's P.O. Washington from out of the chat room. What's going on, man? How y'all doing, everybody?
Hey.
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 How y'all doing? All right. Hey, so I'm going to make this real quick. What's going on, Tone? I'm going to tap into what Tone was just actually saying. At that time...
So are you going to say what Tone said, or are you going to say something different?
Well, I mean, what everybody said, basically. 5 years ago, I was the young man who was ready to get married without any preparation of what I was initially getting myself into. I tried the approach. I bought the ring, but I didn't know what came along with it. So I'm working a job, but I'm not working a job that's secure enough to pay for a wedding. I'm trying to get all of these things, and it's like, okay, how am I going to get all of this? How am I going to accumulate all of this stuff just for this marriage, just to get the marriage part? And recognizing the person that I was dealing with, we weren't even really friends. So it was like I was gaining stuff from a monetary standpoint of our relationship and not really recognizing this woman ain't even my friend. We don't really communicate with each other as much as we should communicate.
Wow.
So as I'm talking to her, there are things that she doesn't pay attention to, and then when she talks to me, there's a lot that I don't pay attention to. Things that upset her make me look at it like, okay, and I'm not really thinking about what she's saying in that very moment, but she's being serious in the conversation that she's trying to talk to me, but it doesn't resonate with me at that time. But there's something my granddaddy always said. He says, grandson, there ain't no love no more. There's security now. So when he used to say that to me, it made me feel like I got to get preparations for security. I got to get preparations for security. I'm looking for love, though, without thinking about security.
We gonna deal with that on Tone's show. Tone's show is right after this show. We gonna deal with the love aspect.
Yeah, tune in
on Tone Talks. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
That's right.
11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna deal with it.
7 and 10.
Yeah, 7. Sorry. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tone Talks Talk X. It's going to be good. Thank you, man, for that insight. We appreciate that. Good looking, fam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He said something very, very important. How many motherfuckers out there right now are married to an associate?
That's not good.
Not a friend, but an acquaintance or an associate.
Right.
See, people think friendship easy.
Okay.
Friendship ain't easy. People think love is easy. People think, oh, well, because we're together, we love each other, because we're attached, right?
Yes.
Or because we're dependent. No, that's not love. That's not friendship.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, again, when you start hitting the real troubles in the relationships, when you start hitting the real rocky areas of the relationship, marriage and or regular relationship, that's when you realize, oh, this person is really down with me, or this person is an associate. Right. How many people are on the rocks in their relationship right now, and their partner is treating them like an acquaintance? Get to your phone lines right now. 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. I want to shout out somebody in the chat room. Tamiko Arbery. She says, happy Friday, Zoe and crew. I'm finally off work on a Friday before 7. Well, we appreciate you dropping that dub on us in the chat room. Everybody should follow suit. Can we get that cracking?
Woohoo.
Tone, let me ask you. Do you think most of our relationships are with acquaintances, associates?
Well, the caller, it was interesting. I'm in answering that. He said something. He said, I didn't know what a marriage was. We have a lot of people who weren't raised in marriages.
Right.
So they already don't know. Or for that matter, we got a second group that was raised by people who tried to mimic associate marriages.
Right.
Meaning you had younger boomer parents that really were just together to acquire wealth.
Right.
And we're doing that all in the middle of wealth calcification, in the middle of an era where there isn't going to be a lot of wealth building because the top 0.1 has taken so much of the wealth out of the game, out of the game of life for the bottom 90. So what I think ends up happening in some ways is we don't really understand or know what direction to go in. And what we do as a result is that we try to just cut costs. But as I've always said, your husband is not your reparations.
Right.
And your wife isn't either. But I think in a lot of instances, it's kind of baked in for a woman to think her husband is in a way that it isn't for a man.
Right.
So, you got all these things going on inside of a relationship, inside of a marriage. And a lot of times with people, they're not really dealing with who are your parents? Who are your grandparents? Do you know them? Where did you come from? What was your last relationship? Why do you have children with multiple people? Was there something going on with you that caused that? No, we just gonna base it on you a good friend without even understanding if I understand friendship. Back to what I said before.
Right.
Go ahead, Peaches.
Okay, and it's like what you said. Are you married to an associate? I think I did marry an associate because we weren't friends. We didn't know each other long enough to be friends. We only dated a year before we got married. Once we got married, I started learning more about his family, and then I was like, what the fuck did I get myself into in my own mind, you know? But I was willing to do what it took to work on my marriage because I had made that commitment with God in my mind. You know, and then once I woke up from that,
you still wasn't in a relationship with him. You was in a relationship with God.
After I figured I married the wrong person, but I knew I married the wrong person. I was trying to do the right thing. Is what I was trying to do.
Dana,
in my head.
Dana,
yes.
Have you ever been married, and would you ever get married?
No, I've never been married, and I'd have to think long and hard about getting married because I'd want to be married for the reasons that I would want to be married for the reasons that are right to me and that other person.
Let me ask you this. Is it a fair expectation to want to be allowed to still be able to flirt?
I want to say in the right context. I was listening to Tone and I was listening to him talk about when, you know, I thought of that Bible verse, when you're a child, you do childish things. And when you're an adult, you do adult things. And I was thinking about that.
Well, that's a good point. Let me ask now, because now that takes us somewhere else. Is flirting childish? Or is it biological? Is it part of the human?
I think it's societal or conditional. I mean, you know, we learn to flirt. We learn to flirt to convert. We learn to flirt to get what we want. So, it could be seen as childish.
Because then I have to come back. Like, you're opening so many doors. Flirt to convert. What if your husband is on board with you flirting to convert somebody in order to extrapolate a resource for your marriage?
I know it's not right, but oh God,
I seen a nigga do that at the GS.
There's so
get
much
us a free drink.
There's so much gray area in that, and I want to say, you know, he holding down the family, but nah. No, that's not right.
No, okay. Is flirting lack of discipline?
I stumbled all over that.
You did.
Yes, it is lack of discipline.
Is it? Lack of self-discipline?
Zoe, what does that mean in the Facebook era, though? See,
exactly.
My great grandmother grew up in it was Brooksville, Mississippi. So there's 11 single men and there's 10 single women. Once y'all get married, ain't no more single men. Now, I'm not saying people didn't cheat and flirt, but everybody knew everybody was married. In a Facebook era, if you already come from all of the mess and you come from single parent household, in a Facebook era, I think when you leave that doorway open, it allows you to be single while being married and just not know all of the inappropriate shit you doing inside of a marriage. Meaning,
name some inappropriate shit you do on Facebook while being married.
As a man, if you see this attractive woman, you pressing like and keep on complimenting her under her picture, and you're married. As a woman, if you up there putting pictures of you as a model and
if you
got
the bathroom shot with your ass on the sink,
and then you tell yourself, and understand this, deeper than just the whole wrongness of that all. What you end up with is this space where you guys. It's funny because Mimi talked about truth and talked about being truthful. You don't know how to be truthful because your truth is a measured truth. It isn't an absolute truth. The kind of absolute truth you need for a marriage to survive in this kind of like turmoil. When I say turmoil, I'm talking about economically, socially. You already got people that don't go to church, and I'm not an advocate for you need to be faithful and read the Bible every day, but I think it gives you a certain discipline. You already don't do that. So now you got to live based on each other. Well, when you start adding in Facebook and Snapchat and Twitter and all of that, it's like you living really with all these men that say, I love you today, this morning.
There you go.
On your birthday.
There you go. If you've been caught doing inappropriate social media shit, call us. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. 323-230-4610. You know who else was supposed to be here tonight?
Who?
Mimi Williams from the chat room.
Oh, shoot.
She was supposed to be here. She trying to come. Listen.
It's hella traffic.
That parking situation isn't the best.
The parking is terrible, but she's here in LA. She reached out. I gave her the address. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I need to know if you said I do, but didn't mean it. The relationship gray area, a deeper look at the behaviors of the single married person. You're married, but you still act single. You keep secrets from your significant other, your spouse. You've got a whole separate life that he or she isn't privy to.
You're a liar.
Hilarious.
Huh? Call us, 323-230-4610. Callers, you're on the air. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it. Caller.
Hello?
Hell is low. Welcome to the show.
Zo, this you get real?
No, who you think this is?
You real, nigga?
I'm real, nigga. Now, what's happening? Who is this? What's up, man?
Nah, what's going on, man? This is Jay Perry, man. I was calling because I wanted to ask the simple fact, like, first of all, is marriage even supposed to be in our society anyway? Us being black, us being so-called from Africa.
You think marriage doesn't exist in Africa?
What Africa got to do with it?
No, I'm saying polygamy was always a part of that. If you look at the biblical term, even God gave...
Was all of Africa polygamous?
54 countries.
I'm not saying all of it.
54 countries.
I'm not saying all of it.
Well, shit, I'm trying to get you to clarify what you are saying.
It's not a place.
That's a lot of dick sleep. Right.
Don't get me wrong. I forgot what dude's name. I'm not into too big on religion like that. But the guy who God told, like, he couldn't have children by his wife, so
Sarah.
He had children.
Abraham.
So, like, is that considered polygamous?
You talking about when God said, "Oh, Abraham, your wife Sarah's coochie don't work no more because she old.
It don't work.
So I'm gonna give you."
She gave Abraham permission.
Yeah, Sarah gave Abraham her handmaid, which was Hagar, the Egyptian.
You feel me? So,
and then God miraculously restored that yoni, and that's how she had a baby later on.
Exactly. Which was...
You believe that story?
I'm not going to say that I believe it, but I was about
So
to
why
say,
would
like,
you use it as an example?
It's an example. It's an example.
The fuck?
It's a good example. No?
Man, come on.
Not for polygamy.
Right. What are we doing?
Polygamy, having more than one sex partner?
Listen, man. Let me help you with what you're trying to say, because I understand what you're trying to say.
You get what I'm trying to say.
Right. You got us all off in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood with it. So let's come out of Mr. Rogers' make-believe land.
Please don't.
Motherfucking trolley car and shit. Let's get out of there.
All right.
No, so basically what you're saying is monogamy is a new construct. A new social construct. It's a Western construct, and it is new. Got it. And you're saying basically we had relationships where there were multiple, wives or women or, and in some cases there were multiple men for a single woman, right? That's polyandry.
Absolutely.
So you have polygamy, you have polygyny, right? There's different terms for the interaction.
Right.
You dig?
Right.
And all of those predate the monogamous one. I think that's what you're trying to say, right?
Absolutely.
There we go. So don't ever come in quoting the Bible.
Not if you don't know
Well,
the
that
story.
was the best way I can get it out.
Got it. But
who's to say that? Who's to say that what's wrong from right based on what we all know being born and being learned under this Western philosophy?
So let me give you some context for that. At the end of the day, we live in a capitalist society, and one of those ways to, like Tone always breaks down, marriage is about lineage, right? It's about resources. It's really a business. So this society uses marriage to build wealth and transfer wealth. But if you're a group of people that have been cut off from the building and transference process, then that mechanism of wealth growing, building, and transference doesn't really work for your group of people. That's what Tone has been saying. Again, in American culture, for white folk, well, I'm getting old, I'm dying. Let me write this will and tell everybody who gets what. That's not a. That's
it don't
not.
even have to be a will. It can be.
But hear what I'm saying. That don't normally happen in black families.
You're right about that.
I just want to chime in too and make sure everybody understands. It didn't happen for white folks before the FHA as well.
There we go.
So if you read the problem is that a lot of us don't really know America, and we just be thinking we know it. Meaning, from slavery all the way up until after the Depression, white folks en masse didn't amass wealth either.
Mm-hmm.
You lived, you died without shit, unless you was part of this class of group that had like resource. What ended up happening is the FHA created a white middle class. And that white middle class, I mean, you talking about the New Deal. We talking about unionization of work. We're talking about being able to get loans for your house. And so now we were chopped off of that. We were chopped out of, we were redlined out of home ownership, many cases. We were locked out of business ownership, many cases, if not run out of land. Mm-hmm. And so what's interesting now in this moment, in this era, is how we've shifted that to the males. We don't contextualize it against a racial dynamic and a racial history. So what ends up happening is you as a woman, I remember I think it was your show or my show, I'm not sure though, where a woman calls in and says, it was your show, I can't have sex no more because he can't provide. Well, your whole thing got turned on based on an odd understanding that he's supposed to provide for you.
And you don't know that there is a political, legal, and systematic blocking of you being able to access what marriage is actually for. That's what people don't understand.
Hey, look, let me speak on that too real quick. Because I had a situation where the girl didn't want to talk to me no more because I got laid off from my job, not knowing that in the line of work that I do, a layoff is good.
What'd you do? I'm saying
I do electrical work.
Electrical work. So a layoff is good for electricians?
Not to say that it's good, but it's better than being fired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least you can still collect a check.
Right.
That's something. You know what I'm saying? Like
he was like, yo, hustle, bro. Like, you can't have none of this.
You might get laid off because your project is over. It's not to say that you weren't a good electrician. It's just your project was done. Your term was over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You cost a lot of money for me to keep you here, so I'm going to keep you here for this term. Once this term is over, your contract is up. I mean, here go your layoff. I give you a layoff. I'm not going to fire you so you can't get no money after me, but here goes something for you to go on to the next job. And then with that being said, I had somebody stop talking to me because I'm like, yeah, I stacked up some money, but she didn't know that. While I was working, I stacked up my money. She felt like, oh, okay, I got laid off. I don't have no money. I'm not going to have no income. Mm-hmm. But then in turn, I had money, but you started fucking with me because you felt like I was broke.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, instead of me providing for you, how about you step in and fuck with me sometime?
Where are you at, caller?
In the closet.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. See, and I've noticed something else that's going on, Zoe. Is
I'm in the closet. I ain't fucking with you.
You good, caller. He just messing with you. The other thing I noticed is a difference in a regional difference. A regional difference in the idea and the ability to make marriage flexible. So, us being on the West Coast in California, we hella laid back about whether you can own a house or nothing, because you got to have $600,000, $550 to get a house. Right. Whereas, like in Atlanta, living in that little bubble, and I'm saying all throughout the South, you know, I need my man to have a house. He bought a $75,000 fixer-upper. That house is not a reflection.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure in LA y'all make
caller.
Make enough to sustain each other.
Caller.
Yeah.
Hey, stop bum rushing the goddamn conversation. Stop deboing. Somebody talking. Don't. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear 15 A's in a row. Hey.
See, and I think his response actually reflected like what I'm saying. Nah, that's not the way any of this shit works. In LA, my good friend Sandy Darity from Duke just released something yesterday that said for every dollar of wealth held by white folks here, black folks have a less than a cent. What I'm saying to you is, as a result, we're very much in tune with. I meet a dude, I'm not first off just asking whether he have a home, whether he gonna buy me a home and be able to provide that. It's kind of an attachment to the lack of wealth here that I don't think exists when I listen to the callers throughout the South and the Midwest, because they think that home means that they're gonna be stable. Marriage does not make you stable; it reflects it.
But see, and that's such. Thank you, caller.
Damn.
Hey, caller.
Wait,
no, you're done. Hey, you're done. You're done. You call back. Hey, you call back Monday.
Hey,
I'm gonna talk to you Monday.
Hey. With Mimi real quick.
He ain't got no job though, Mimi.
Thanks for the call. We appreciate you, bro.
Hey, what's up, fam?
No, but Tone, that what you just said, man. Just one more time. It reflects it. Say it one more time so they can understand.
Well, marriage does not reflect financial does not create financial stability. It reflects it. So what you get is we look at marriage like it's going to make us not be in school so much, not work so much, make our lives substantially easier. Well, if you black, especially if you ain't talk to the other person, you finna be dealing with all their family. You finna be dealing with all their poverty, all their debt, and everything else. And I think for a lot of us, we don't really understand what that means, is that reflection. See, marriage is a tool of wealth. We don't have much wealth here. That doesn't mean you can't be married, but it means that it might not mean the same thing as we traditionally mean it to.
So what you're breaking down right now is basically telling me that most of our sisters who say, you got to do this, you got to have that, you got to have blah, 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 is really having expectations for celebrities. Or you get what I'm saying?
Well, that came out of the Cosby Show. I mean, I've covered this. I covered this with the Cosby Show. You know, people think it was a positive show, but it was propaganda. It was wealth propaganda. That house was worth $1 million in like '85. A house is everything in a high yield marriage, because with the house, if it appreciates from $1 million, it's worth $12 million now. You can basically support all of your children. You can support their grandchildren.
All that.
With that $12 million. Right. So what ends up happening is you told black people that they could do that right out of redlining, when no black people could do that. Mm-hmm. No black people could put down $150,000 in '84. A good black family, like the best black family, could buy a house for $150,000 in '84.
So now we not see. This is beautiful right now because we got 3 women in the building, and I know brokenness makes your eye wander. I need y'all to tell us the truth tonight.
No, it doesn't.
I need y'all to listen.
Go first, Dan.
Y'all know most women, and I'm gonna start from Dana all the way back to me. Y'all know women are nurturers in general. In general, y'all gotta have something to nurture, though, right? Y'all nurturing, you building, you're encouraging, you fucking, you feeding, and then you recognize.
Oh my goodness.
this ain't finna turn into nothing. As you're doing that fucking feeding, nurturing, your frustrations are also rising because you're not getting the outcome. Because a lot of times women fuck potential. Women fuck concepts and ideas. Oh, God, this is terrible. I need to know, at what point does the eye start to wander? The flirting and the he ain't shit thoughts and the allowing certain boundaries to be crossed. Starting with Dana.
I have to think about the past and where that was, but actually for me, then it would start in the beginning. It would start if you didn't have anything, if you didn't have any resources, then I most likely wouldn't talk to you.
Ooh, okay.
There's no reason for me to talk to you. I don't want to be bothered. Don't step to me. I'm not attracted to you because I'm attracted to all of it, the resources and you.
Ooh, at least she telling the truth. 323-230-4610. Call me.
So if you're not coming with resources and other things, but just over the last year being educated by Antonio and Yvette and understanding the data, I had to change my perspective on all of it and know that there'll be frustration. There's going to be all of that because I had to be more compassionate. I had to become more compassionate.
Wow.
To someone knowing that I don't have anything and he doesn't have anything. And I'm just going, it's going to be a thing where I have to be more disciplined and I have to be more mature that we don't have anything, but we don't have anything together. And we're going to love each other and we're going to be about our community.
How about it? Hold her the boko shot.
I'm into that.
Hold her the boko shot.
All right, Peaches.
Peaches? Get into this mic, Peaches, like you know you want to.
Do you need to knock it off?
Talk to us about the wandering eye based on the broke wallet. 323-230-4610.
First of all, when I was married, when I was with my son's dad, money was never an issue. But, once I got a little older and I got with my husband, he didn't have money like that. He was a truck driver. He blue collar guy. So we had budget,
What the first guy do?
He was a drug dealer.
All right, just framing it.
I went from, you just wanted to hear me say it, nigga. Tell that shit. He was a hustler. He had bread.
Oh, he was a drug dealer.
That nigga was balling.
All right, I was just framing it.
Okay. So back to what I was saying. So I was married to a blue collar guy. And that was a change for me because I was used to making money. The barbershop I was making, especially with designs, Gumbies, all that shit that was in style then, I was making a lot of money. So it was a little snag for me to get used to it. But once I did, we was cool with that part. The money was never an issue. If I had it, he had it. If he had it, I had it. We never had a problem with money issues like that because we didn't have none really. Like we wasn't rich.
So you saying you just transitioned out of balling from the dope game to broke game and it was all good.
It was years in between there. Come on now. It wasn't just like I was with this baller and then said, I want a regular nigga.
Were you on the fall off side of your beauty? Where were you?
Nigga, fuck you. Wow. My beauty's still there.
No, I'm just saying because sometimes
was I young and juicy then?
Because I know if you was a young little fig Newton, you'd have been like, nigga, get your dusty ass out of here.
I was beautiful when I married my ex-husband.
All right.
And thin, motherfucker. Because I knew that was next.
Mimi, answer the question.
Okay, so I'm just going to speak from a certain situation. So I was dating someone that was doing well for themselves. They owned a bunch of real estate, but things got hard. They lost a lot of the property, Long story short, I stayed down with them. Even when they started falling really on Wayside where they were really depressed, I stood the gap because we had already built that thing up. So I was always trying to find a way to get him back in the game, putting him with other real estate brokers, putting him with investors, trying to actually get him back in the race, trying to nurse him back to health. So I'm the type of person, if you my dude and we down, I'm going to nurse you to health. We about to get out there and get that bread. You know what I mean? What I got, you got, let's do it now. If I just met you, you know.
I got you, babe.
Yeah, I got you, baby. But if I don't know you, I'm not joining your struggle and I ain't in love with you. I got to be in love with you to be struggling with you. When I'm in love with you, I'm down like 4 flat tires.
Wait a minute, Mimi. I need you to say it again.
If I'm in love with you, I'm down with you like 4 flat tires. Now, if I don't know you, then I don't really know who you are.
Damn, she said if she don't love you, she could not struggle with you.
Right. Well, I mean,
that's real talk.
You know what? Because when you love somebody, you
Ladies
love
and gentlemen,
them, period.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you gotta have a big dick.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason. We're talking about struggle politics, relationship struggle politics.
Right.
If I don't love you, I can't struggle with you. God
right.
damn.
Don't forget the part and if I'm struggling with you, you better have a big dick.
Well, that's part of the what's keeping me in line at DI. Hitting that bottom, baby.
Baby, let's go get the can.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in to the Voice of Reason, we got a great topic tonight. Don't say you do if you don't. A deeper look at the behaviors of the single married person. A person who behaves like they're single even though they're married. They're withholding information from their spouse. Yeah, bring them in. They're withholding information from their spouse. They're choosing selective moments not to wear their wedding ring. Gosh, are you seeking attention from another other than your spouse?
Uh-oh.
I need to know, are you living like you're single even though you ain't? Jesus Christ. True or false, flirting is never harmless, especially when you're married. I think a little flirting is quite healthy.
It's natural.
I think it's natural. And as a matter of fact, I think it's seasoning for it's like seasoning salt for your relationship.
Mm-hmm. How so?
And what does that look like?
Because you get to appreciate human beings. I didn't say you get to cross the line. I didn't say you get to humpy doolo. You don't get to humpy doolo. But you get to see it. Right. You're still a human being. See, part of the problem with marriage is the concept of ownership. You can't own nobody. I don't give a fuck how many brooms you jumped over. You can't own nobody.
Right.
And if your relationships don't have freedom, you don't have love.
Mm-hmm, that part.
Where there's a lack of freedom, there's a lack of love.
That's it right there.
And most I'm just saying.
You saying.
Most people are married to the mask anyway. They're not married to the real person. They're married to their expectations. They're married to outcomes. See, I got these expectations, and then on the other end of the expectation is the outcome of those expectations. And right now, the prospect of those expectations manifesting themselves look good. We good. The relationship is good. But the moment the prospect of those outcomes look like they ain't gonna happen, nigga, we stuck. You understand? Love is some Saturday morning Space Ghost cartoon type. For the average motherfucker, love is not real.
Why Space Ghost?
Listen, take it off marriage, go to church. Always ask mothers this. You love your son to death. Get on this motherfucking microphone, Jesus.
Yes.
Goddamn none.
Wow.
Let me tell you this. Listen to this. How many children you got?
1.
Would you give your only begotten son?
Here he go. When you laughed, I knew some bullshit was about to happen.
Peaches, would you give your only begotten son to save the world. Right now, nigga, get on this microphone.
Y'all got to die. The whole world dead because my son, me and him gonna be like, damn, everybody had to go.
I'm putting you in the catbird seat of humanity.
For the world.
You're married. You are married. In order for this world to keep moving,
he'd have to go.
You got to give up your boy. You gonna give him up?
I have no choice if it's the world.
I know you ain't gonna do it.
I wouldn't want to. I'd be like Isaac was when when God asked him.
You don't even know the story, nigga.
Whatever he told
Abraham.
him, kill whoever. He said, kill your son.
That's Abraham.
He said, kill your son, and he was down to do it. He didn't want to, but that's how I'd be like.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You lying like a prayer rug. Get off the ground. Now
I'd be like, everybody else could stay, but Zoe. Not for real.
Zoe gotta go, huh?
Zoe, go back.
Let me ask Mimi. Mimi, how many children do you have?
1.
You have a daughter.
Yes.
Oh, she's gorgeous too. I'll be looking at your daughter like, ooh.
Thank you.
Would they consent? I don't know. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. But would you?
Man.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something the Lord came down and shared to do this. How do I know about this information? Who hollered at me about this?
First off, I revealed my real self to you. I showed up in a dream. My wings and shit was silvery and it's like Zoe's in the living room. And I said to you, hey, OG Father G upstairs told me to come holler at you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So you came in late at night, you just had a jacket on, you just took it off.
I took the jacket off and then folded the wings on there like, bow.
This nigga got a ghetto Michael Angel.
He still got on his hat.
It told me to tell you.
Oh my God.
It told me to tell you like, hey, you got to give up your daughter.
Oh my God.
To save everybody. Would you do it?
My God. Well, I'm going to be really real with you.
Be really real, because this nigga was lying.
I mean, when you first said, I'm going to be really saying, going before God myself, like, God, did you send him? I mean, I'm trying to get confirmation that this is what's been said, to be honest with you. I need a second form of confirmation. I just don't listen. You feel me? So, yeah, I need to get confirmation. So once I get my confirmation that this did come from above and I'm going to be a part of making a difference in humanity, I'm going to sit my daughter down and explain to her, like, as much as mama don't want to do this, mama love you, baby. I'll actually die with you if you want. But guess what? I'm going to go on and do it. But God said it, because you know what? It's a bigger thing than just me. So I want to do the will. You know what I mean? It would be rough.
Now let's do it another way. What if God says
it would be rough?
What if, because Abraham they didn't get no confirmation. What if God is like, you got to step out on faith?
Oh shoot! Well, I'm gonna have to. Man, I got my spirit. Man, got to leap.
So the point I'm making again is quite simple.
What is that?
The average person doesn't have access to love because we're selfish. First off, that whole sacrificing of Jesus shit is about sacrifice. It's about the sacrifice of ego. Nigga, you're asking for my only son?
Ooh, that's rough. That would be hard.
Do you understand? Like that's some heavy shit, and the average person would not do that. So all I'm saying is, how in the Feast of Samhain are you going to be married to somebody with that level of love? Most people don't have it. Most people don't have it. Most people are marrying resources.
Okay.
Or the prospect. Most of you motherfuckers is 49ers. You digging in a nigga. Trying to get something out of a nigga.
49. The thing, Zoe, we come back to flirting and seasoning. You know, when are we gonna get honest that men and women ain't selfish the same way? And
let's hear it.
And so, like, what we see, and I brought this point up on this show before in the past, women are measured by beauty and men are measured by wealth, but niggas ain't got no wealth. So flirting worked out real well for the wife. And I'm saying to you, like, how many dudes can put a picture up of just their schlong and then, like, get some likes on it?
A lot.
No,
I know some.
I'm not talking about like other men. I'm saying, yeah. See, like that's where the problem kind of lies, is that women really create a world of meritocracy that does not exist in Black America or white America. When men have wealth, they yield power. When women have ass, they yield power. And so what ends up happening is that
ass power.
What happens in these relationships is like, we gonna be open, but like we ain't really open. We kind of just letting you do your thing that you always been doing. So you end up marrying a dude that lets you be the person that you was before we met, but that ain't a good person. You don't want to marry the person that actually gonna make you grow, that's gonna challenge you spiritually, challenge you financially, challenge you. You end up marrying the beta, but then a year after the marriage, you complaining to us about him being a beta.
How about it?
So you married a friend.
How about it?
A homegirl in a man's body.
Or that's if they married a friend, or they married an associate.
The guy that stuck around.
The guy that outlasted everyone else. The guy that gets used and abused by you.
Take you to dinner for free.
Yes.
And I'll listen to your problems.
Yes.
About that other guy.
Yes. Yes. Tell me more problems. Yes.
Man. Hilarious.
The phone lines are open. You got a wandering eye. I know there's a myriad of reasons why you have a wandering eye. Sometimes it's lack of self-discipline. Other times you've recognized that your marriage is a lie. That motherfucker ain't down like 4 flat tires for you. That ain't even your friend.
Right.
Phone lines are open, 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. Caller. You in the laundry? Caller, are you in the you dropped him? Are they there or no? You in the laundry? Where you at?
Hello?
Hey. If you don't wake your bitch ass up, don't call in here with a low ass voice. What you want, man?
Hi.
Hello.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Zoe?
There we go.
I'm calling from New Orleans.
What's happening, man?
What's up, Shouty?
Man, I got something special for y'all.
All right, well, let's hear it. Shit.
Here at my home is a revolving door for 2 married women.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Pipe.
You got a lot of stamina.
I'm talking about one relationship, one of the marriages. We were friends. We were off and on for probably about 10 years. And she decided to go ahead and choose him over me. But yet she chose him because she wanted to get with him for the security. But yet she still comes to me for everything else. For the fun, the sex, and everything else that he doesn't supply.
Handle your scandal, pimp. Go ahead, tell me more.
Now the other one, she just all she wants is all around attention. So I believe because her old man knows who I am, and she tells him to his face that, hey, if you're not giving me what I want, I'm going over here by him.
Oh,
you know, she makes him a lot hot underneath the collar, and she still comes around. We do our business. You know, she tells me what's going on with her. Sometimes I will sit down on the couch after everything is said and done, and I tell her how to handle this situation with her marriage. And then I will go ahead and tell her how to hold on to her man, say hold on to your man, try to work your marriage out. Even though I will tell her to don't come around here no more, she still comes around.
So you bragging about being a side dude?
Basically.
Well, I want to be a side dude.
You know what?
The thing is, this is what's been thrown out to me is these 2 married women.
And this is your lot in life. These are the cards that were dealt to you by God.
Correct. And
you know
don't get me wrong, I was married before myself, and my ex-wife cheated on me.
You don't say.
So fuck it then. take the side route.
Right. Side nigga. He a side double dude.
This nigga's a kickstand, a relationship.
but he must be laying it down right through y'all. Everybody cheating.
Oh shit!
Or he got a long tongue. Something going.
Well, he's only on the side, so it's only part time.
So
I know, but if they're cheating with their husbands for it, it has to be.
So let me just ask you this real quick: how often did you like flirt on your flirt? Is what? Because this is the topic today: is somebody being married still acting single? Right. Was your wife acting single when she was married to you? Or were you? No, she was acting like a wife? So she was acting...
Well, the thing was, she was acting like a wife around me, but I don't know what she was doing when I wasn't around.
Oh, she kept up the facade.
Right. And she cheated.
Correct.
And then she cheated on you.
Right.
But if you the cleanup dude, how can your wife cheat on the cleanup dude?
He was out cheating.
Maybe you ain't as clean as you thought you.
Or putting it down like that.
After that marriage, I became as dirty as they come.
It sound like it, my nigga. Get your ass off the phone. Thank you for the call, man.
Thank you for calling. I hope you be strapped.
This nigga here just
party. Wrap it up.
Listen. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. I need you guys to listen to me. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. I'm Zoe Williams, a.k.a. the VOR, Voice of Reason. Tonight's topic, don't say you do if you don't. The relationship gray area. A deeper look at the behaviors of the single married person. Are you acting single while married? That's our topic tonight. There's a lot of people out there who are doing this shit. But I've been trying to tell all of you the reason why is because relationship is broken into two. I'm going to put relationship into two categories. Okay. On the one hand, you have the spiritual component, and on the other hand, you have the societal component. The societal component contains all of the social game rules of the country you were born into. Right? Social game rules come with social expectations, come with social outcomes. You know, dig? The most atrophied part of relationship is the spiritual aspect. When you bring up the spiritual aspect of relationships, for most people, they have a default button that was put into their mind by society that takes you to religion. I'm not talking about religious beliefs and or concepts about relating. I'm talking about the spiritual purpose for being in relationship is typically atrophied in the normal person. So that's what leads relationships to become transactional. What the fuck am I here for? You're here to deliver unto me, right, what I expect. This is why when you talk to women, they got a whole list of standards and principles. You have to fit this. Men are saying, oh, Jesus, this list is longer than Santa's list. Okay, cool. So this is what I'm going to do for you. Because I want pussy, ultimately, I'm going to conform my behaviors to your list. That's going to make me attractive because that will speak louder than what can come out of my mouth. Right. And then once I fuck you, I will determine if I'm going to be serious about you.
It depends on how the pussy is.
That's the average guy. That's the average. The women be like, oh, he pulled the chair out for me. Oh, my God. He put the napkin on my lap. He's such a gentleman. Don't you understand that that's how we communicate?
But Zoe, if the divorce rate is 70% first-time marriages for black women, 47% white women first-time marriages, the white men are able to actually fulfill what that came out of their mouth. They might not want to.
They can fulfill what comes out of their mouth with regards to resources, finances, of course. But I'm talking about brothers. You talking about brothers now? And white men do it too. But you have to understand, being a white man in America puts you in such a position, you could just be irreverent. There's a level of freedom that comes with being a white man.
Did you see Kavanaugh? I did not do it.
It's just a certain level of freedom. Like,
yeah.
We said it on the basketball court. And we did a show here. Even when I'm wrong, I'm still white. Do you understand? There's a level of freedom. The fuckery that comes with being a white man is unparalleled.
Right.
Even white criminality. You see white men pointing guns at police. And police bringing out the negotiator. Listen, Billy. We don't want to hurt you, okay? I know you're distraught.
Right.
Just send us a list of your demands, man. You know, we can all go home tonight if you just...
So, let me ask you, Zoe, asking you this.
Yeah.
In interracial marriages, do they got that list? Do these black women have that list?
Hey, listen, in interracial marriages, most black women shut the fuck up. They not finna fuck up that bread.
The list is already filled, so we don't need the list.
The list is fulfilled.
I agree with you, because what I experienced in dating is this: you ask me a bunch of fucking questions that I don't get asked. I don't have to answer. Don't ask me about no felonies or no background checks or none of that. Look me up on the bars on the website. That's it. And so, like, I find that that's because of the shadow of mass incarceration. In addition to, you don't watch too many Lifetime movies.
It's like, listen, black women in an interracial relationship with a wealthy white man is like being in the entertainment business. She can see all the shit laid out in front of her. Well, you know what? I don't have any demands. I don't have any questions about anything. The shit is all right.
Ring heavy.
But when a black woman is married to a white man, the ones I know are usually running their relationships.
Who you know?
They ain't people
exactly.
you know.
Be quiet.
They people that's married to white men I know a sister. She's a family, friend of family's daughter. Anyway, she ended up marrying this white doctor, rich dude. She's a pillhead, tells him what the fuck to do. He's a plastic surgeon, makes I don't know how much money. He bought her fake titties. The bitch bouncing around with her fucked up titties. And she high.
Like you hating.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying her titties are lopsided. But she's really like running that relationship.
And he probably married her for a specific reason. He's probably fetishizing.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He got
and if he's a doctor, he's barely at home anyway. He wanted to marry a black woman, so he did, but he molded her into the woman he wanted her to be, and that's where the breasts and the silicone and the other work that she's had done. So she gets to run around with his money, but trust and believe when he gets upset with her or she get out of pocket, she's a black bitch.
Wow. You black bitch.
I'm gonna ask her, girl, when he get mad at you, are you a black bitch?
You fucking nigger. I knew I shouldn't have never married you.
Nah. That nigga getting that black coochie. He happy as hell with his old ass.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is off the rails tonight. Tone Talks is in the building. His show comes on live right after mine, a 3-hour block on Friday nights. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Dash Talk X. It's going down in the town. In the building. Serial voice of reason caller. Dana from Dana showed up.
Woo, woo. Dana got me in here baking pies.
Yeah,
She started off on fire.
we got motherfucking Peaches, a.k.a. Cobbler. A.K.A. Donnie Keith in the building.
What it do?
And then we got Mimi.
Hey.
Go Mimi, go Mimi, go, go Mimi, go Mimi, go.
Hey, Shea Butter.
Hey.
We in the building right now, full house, man.
In the house.
We talking about married people who act single.
We got 2 Mimis though. Shout out to
the other
The other Mimi. Hold on, from the chat room. Is this the Mimi from the chat room?
Yes.
Are you still in the chat room?
I'm working right now.
She's in the chat room, working the chat room right now. Mimi Williams has joined the show. Look at her. She's posting this shit. Damn.
Mimi in the building.
Somebody else in the chat room asked me to give up the address. Not on the air, God damn it. And I ain't giving up the address until you get into town.
Right.
What the fuck is going on?
You want to mail you a card, nigga?
He like, oh, I see Mimi. What's the address?
Nah. But but on the real, I always have an open door policy to good people. You know, y'all can come in and hang out and see the show and chill and chat and do all that shit. Just don't be crazy.
Or maybe just a little crazy.
No, you can't be crazy.
No, just a tad bit crazy. Come on.
You can't be crazy.
How about cray cray?
Listen, this is how I do it. Y'all hear me say this all the time. Relationship is a mirror. Yo crazy will trigger my crazy.
We don't want to trigger.
We don't want to do that.
We are damn sure we don't want to trigger your crazy.
Okay, no crazy. I take it off the table.
So no crazy.
Yeah, we don't want to see that.
We're about to take a quick break, but when we come back, the phone lines will be open. We want to hear from you. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. We'll be back in 2.2.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call.
Hey, you are now tuned in to the voice of reason. The big humble house is your host this evening. Zoe Williams, man of many topics. Talk about everything, ain't nothing out of pocket. Religion and music to maximizing profit. Or how to tell if your relationship is toxic. If you on the wrong path, we can stop it. Knowledge is like the beat and we drop it. So tune in and get you some wisdom. From square guests to niggas that's just out of prison. So whether you're saint, sinner, or heathen, get you some grown game from the voice of reason.
Relationship dumbassification, a thought-provoking conversation with the voice of reason, an exploration into why you and your girl just can't relate. The world is tuned in to the voice of reason, blowing up the foxhole every Thursday evening. If your man is tripping, then talk to Zoe before you leave. Maybe y'all can make it work, and if not, he can tell you exactly how to tell him to kick rocks. Intelligence with lots of comedy, it's not your average show. It's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason on Foxhole Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has returned to Dash Radio. We have an amazing topic. We got a full house. You know, I be trying to have these conversations because I know most people are not having in-depth conversations in their relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Conversations centered around questions like true or false. Married folks should be mindful of situations and environments that place them in a tempting situation. Like you should be mindful. We should talk about it.
Right.
What is your most vulnerable hangout spot where you could hop the fence, so to speak?
GS on Fridays. On Sundays, it's all right because it's live music.
You understand?
That's your spot. That's your spot.
GS be cracking. BB be up there.
I know them all. DJ T, Mike Dizzle in the place to be.
But I'm gonna be honest too. In intimate relationships, a lot of times real conversations are difficult to have because real conversations are seen as an attack. Like if I come to, like, here's a question. Are you currently happily married, but secretly missing the single life?
Yeah. Ooh, call in, don't lie.
323-230-4610. If your wife came to you and said, I know we good, but don't you miss it? Don't you miss dick slanging, nigga?
What's gonna be your answer?
Listen, can we adults, can we have a real conversation?
Baby.
So look, after 30, the testosterone level starts to slowly decrease.
Oh, shoot.
Now, if you're a couple that's reading books,
Uh-huh.
right? Even doctors will tell you, man, this motherfucking testosterone shit is a real situation.
Right.
You dig? Monotony lowers testosterone. Let's just replace the word monotony with monogamy. Because most monogamous relationships are monotonous.
Right.
So if your woman is keen, she could say, you know, this dick is a little softer this year. This dick a little softer this year, man. You missed the single life. Research has proven that testosterone levels spike when a man can go chase. That's what a dog does. He chases cats.
Why must I see like that?
If you got a woman that's down with you like 4 flat tires, you need some cat chasing, don't you, boy?
So she gonna set you free.
Because this dick's soft. Go chase 2 weeks worth of cat. Protect yourself. Don't bring no shit back here. Let me give you 4 weeks, nigga. Get out there.
Share my
Slang that dick, but protect the dick.
No.
And then come back here recharged and beat this pussy up.
No, we gonna recharge you at home and milk you so you can't go out and fuck nothing else.
See what I mean?
Yep.
There is an inherent sense of ownership.
Yes, damn it.
Let me tell you something. You got to disconnect insecurity from your pussy.
Oh my God.
My dick.
Is it about insecurity?
I did not just say, I just said, wrap that dick up, protect home. But that dick need to get back out in the field.
Not in the field.
That dick got to go out there and hunt some pussy.
But Zoe, ain't you also making another great point? We moved from an agrarian society where he farmed and she was in the house,
right,
to a society where he worked and she stayed at home. So now we have a society where she go to work every day, right?
Right.
Well, we used to have an environment where women kind of had to deal with the fact that ain't nobody seeing you get dressed up.
Uh-oh, here we
So
go.
now on the other side of that, between that and Facebook and everything else, you can get all your rocks off walking around.
Wow.
So, like, you have this whole environment of dishonesty. Why do you do all the stuff that you do?
Okay, so you bring up that point. Then what about this? maybe you don't go back in the streets. But because of social media,
find an old friend.
You get to have as many videos sent to you from old friends.
Come on.
From old friends?
Yes! Ex-girlfriends, show me that pussy. Bust it open.
Yeah, it's too many free.
No.
Vaginas.
You might have some memories of that particular yoni. That mug might come through.
So is porn better? So is porn better?
That's what I'm
Hell
saying.
yeah, because they don't know them bitches.
Porn is fine. Help yourself.
But if you requesting,
but don't overdose.
If you requesting a picture of a pussy you used to partake in,
yes,
I'm gonna have a problem with it.
Listen, what if I know it's all over with? She knows it's all over with, but there's some mutual benefits in her sending me that pussy.
What it could be is the mutual benefit there.
What if I bring you in as my woman and say, look, we need help?
Nigga.
Can you Snapchat that pussy?
Can you spot me?
That's
two pictures.
That's what I'm gonna take my phone, put on Snapchat apps. You know how they got the little dog ears and the tongues and shit. Yeah, we about to make a picture of my pussy.
This is why I'm saying there's futility in marriage, because motherfuckers think they can get everything they need from one person, and that's rare.
You can.
Do you know how much spiritual power has to be coming through two people in order for those two people to get all they need? Do you know how much shit got to be flowing through them? That's rare. The average motherfucker don't want to make scrambled eggs, let alone... God damn, niggas is acting like, conveyor belt love.
Right,
it's my turn to be in love and married. This shit don't work like that. It's rare. We got to understand that. So when you see, and this is when we understand it, is when we start cheating. That's when you understand this bitch ain't enough. And I'm willing to risk it all right now. I'm finna risk it all. I'm finna hop the fence. And women hop the fence too.
Yeah, some bitch hopping fences.
Bitches is out here hopping the fence, my nigga.
They out there like Carl Lewis.
Well, they ain't gotta hop the fence. All they gotta do is walk past that motherfucker with a short pair of shorts.
They Jackie Gordon, Joyce Gordon. You
walk by that fucking
Jackie Jordan.
Yeah, niggas looking through the fence like this.
Somebody in the chat room called it the 6-man yoni. Get her off the bench. Let's get her in here.
They shit.
Listen, we don't have all the answers. I have to end every show like this. I got you. We don't have all the answers, okay? But what we are that you are not is brave. We have the courage to have the conversations you don't want to have. Now, if you loved each other, you tell each other the truth. Bitch, I'm tired of you.
Bitch, I'm cool. I like your cousin better.
Yeah, dig. Your cousin cute than a motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's when your cousin get fucked up for no reason.
And I'm gonna be honest with you now. Your cousin got a better disposition than your ass do. She's sweeter than you.
Well, you married me.
Right.
Sometimes it's okay to speak. I mean, we can't even talk. Do you know how much pretense is in marriage and relationships right now? Can't even be honest with your woman. You be in the doghouse for 6 months, nigga.
Damn, 6 months. Ooh.
Taking out trash, getting oil changes and shit. And not a whiff of pussy. And you expect a nigga to be happy? Get your demanding ass out. I'm just saying, if we could be honest about things, I believe our relationships would be better. Just totally honest. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm going to go up to Oakland for 4 weeks.
Right.
I need 4 weeks away from you.
Bye.
That's Fences the movie. So.
And you understand? Like,
I need 4 weeks.
That nigga walked up to his woman on Fences and told her.
Ooh, damn, Mimi. You all right? I was trying to move it closer.
They beating each other up with the microphone.
You all right?
She good. Let me see. You just got your teeth fixed, girl.
Root canal and shit. I just had a root canal.
Don't play.
She jacking me up and shit.
Here you go. Fuck your beautiful smile up. Let me see you, baby. Let me.
You know what, girl?
You are.
Zoe's a mess.
He is an
She's
instigator.
fucking up over here.
Hey, it's all good. Hey,
I'll try to help.
we want you to continue this conversation in your house, you scary motherfuckers. You want to be happy, tell the truth. You want to be happy, you live the truth, goddammit.
That's right.
I lied to so many bitches and ruined so many hearts out there. It ain't never been good for me. Out here lying. Didn't even need to lie. Lord have mercy. Such a premium pussy wasted. Listen, don't lie no more. Tell the truth. It'll set you free, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Friday nights will never be the same. The Voice of Reason is live. We'll be back Monday with a new heater. Mimi will have braces on come Monday after getting hit in the mouth.
Right. By Peaches in the microphone.
You know damn well I'm trying to help.
Peaches, go ahead, baby girl. You got something to promote. Go do it now.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, if you're in the LA area, you live in Van Nuys, come on out to Clio Live. Go on my Instagram, DAUGNE, last name KEITH. Is hosted by Tashawn Barrett. We going in. It's comedy, music, everything. And Sunday, if you want to hear some clean church comedy, I'm doing the Stevie Mac show in Lamert Park at 4343 Lamert Boulevard. So come on through. They're both on my Instagram. Check it out.
There we go. We'll see you guys next week, Monday, with a new topic. We appreciate you for tuning in.